is going on, everybody? Welcome back to RC Car Garage, and we got something new in the mail today. This is a new ESC from Sequre RC. It is SQ ESC 14130. This thing is 130 amps, and it can take from 5 to 14S. This little thing is supposed to be a beast, and we are going to wind up testing this guy out on something, and I'll show you guys that in a little bit. So everything that you guys get in the package, when you order this thing, you obviously get the ESC, you get some heat shrink tubing so you can put over it like that, you get a zip tie, you also get the Wi-Fi link, you get 2 of these, and you get the manual. So let's go over, check out this QR code, check out the manual, and see what this ESC is all about. Alright guys, so we're going to scan the QR code, get in the manual, go over it, and see everything that this ESC has to offer. So you're going to click on that. You're going to wait, let it load, and you're going to hit view. And here you are into the 14130 ESC manual. Again, like I said, it does take up to 5 to 14S LiPo. And hopefully you guys can see it here. The processor is the STM32G071. DC voltage, input voltage, DC 18 volt to 59 volt, so 5 to 14S LiPo. This thing is able to take a 5 to 14S LiPo. Continuous current is 130 amp, and maximum current is 220 amps, you guys. So this thing is going to be a beast. It does support firmware, so when you get this ESC, you can get whatever firmware you want. So you can get it with the AM32, the Escape 32, and the BL Heli 32. I actually decided to go with the Escape 32 ESC firmware just because a lot of the ESCs that they have sent me to showcase for you guys already are the Escape 32, so I am a little aware of how the Escape 32 works. So programming parameter adjustment, it supports that, and it supports throttle calibration, timing angle setting, current detection, telemetry signal, motor steering setting, RGB LED color lights, and it does not support BEC. So there is no BEC in this ESC. BEC, ESC. Again, everything that it comes with, this thing does measure in at 23 millimeters high, 55 millimeters long, and 30 millimeters wide, as you can see there. And of course, when you get this ESC, you need to get your own wiring for the motor and for the power. And for your ground telemetry and the signal, you need all that. So that's everything you're going to need. It does bring that wire here. It brings this wire, so you can, I guess, hook up to that down there. And programming parameters. So if we expand this right here, you guys can see once the ESC is hooked up, the one is actually for the BL Heli 32, as you guys can see up there. But you can see everything that you are able to do with the programming card, and everything that you're able to configure with it, which is actually pretty freaking cool. That's for the AM32 firmware, and that is for the BL Heli 32. I've already went with the Escape 32 firmware, and I've showed you guys what that is all about. So to get this guy up and running, you are going to need some motor wire. I believe this is a 12 gauge, or I'm sorry, this is a 10 gauge that I got, you're going to need battery, terminal, and as you guys can see, hopefully y'all can see that, XC90. And you are also going to need some bullets for the motor. Now, if you guys see here, I went with a 6.5 millimeter bullets. The reason that I went with a 6.5 millimeter bullets for this guy is because we are going to be running this Hobbywing Quick Run 4274 brushless motor. This is the G2 2000 kV. This thing is a beast, you guys. This thing's just huge. Look at that. Look how big this motor is. This motor right here, just the can itself, is almost 3 inches long. So as you guys can see, that motor is almost 3 inches long. With the motor shaft right there, you guys can see this thing is 3 5/8 inches long. So for me, this is the biggest motor that I've ever put into anything that I have. I mean, look at the size of this thing. It's my full fist. I'm holding it, and I can't even. I mean, that thing's just huge. Yeah, it surprises me because I've never had to put anything this big into any of my rigs. So, question is, what am I going to run battery-wise for this guy? Well, this right here is a battery that I'm going to be running. Avonic 5200 milliamp hour 80 cell 80C discharge 6S battery. Stickers, instructions. Yes, brand new. I literally picked this up for this ESC. This is what the battery looks like, which is a chunky. This battery is a chunkiness. I've never had a battery this big, which, here you go, it's the 6S. And just so you guys can see how big, look at that. This thing is just huge. This damn motor is just huge. So I am going to be running this battery for the Sequre ESC. Now you're probably wondering, all right, what are you going to put it in? This guy. This is the guy that's going to wind up getting this ESC. So we're going to be turning this Mega 665 Typhon into a 6S beast. I am excited to get started on this guy. I'm going to start taking everything apart. Be back with you guys in a bit. All right, you guys. So it's been a couple days, and I've been having an issue with this ESC. So I, for the life of me, could not get these wires soldered onto this ESC. Yeah, they're soldered on now, but I'm not the one that soldered these guys on here. I couldn't do it. I don't know if it was my solder. I don't know if it was my soldering iron. I don't know. I don't know why I couldn't get it done. But my buddy Joe over at RC Misfits helped me out and was able to solder all the wires onto this guy for me. So huge shout out to Joe over at RC Misfits. If you guys are ever around in the Croydon, Pennsylvania area, go check out RC Misfits. I'll put their logo and their address here for you guys. Go check them out. Joe is an awesome dude. He will end up helping you guys out with anything that you guys need. Huge shout out to Joe, RC Misfits. Again, Joe, if you're watching, thank you for helping me out to get this video out. So I'm going to go ahead, now that this guy's all soldered, again, thank you, Joe. Now that this guy's all soldered together, I'm going to start stripping the Typhon apart, get this guy fitted in, and we'll see how this guy works out.
All right, you guys, so I got this thing all set up. One of the things I did forget to mention earlier is that the ESC needs an external BEC to be able to power up your receiver so you can get your transmitter connected to it and everything. So That's an issue that I ran into because I didn't read instructions, and I didn't read that I needed an external BEC for this ESC to power up the transmitter. So I'm letting you guys know so you guys don't end up going through the same thing that I did because I didn't read instructions. Alright, you guys, and here is how I have everything set up. The ESC is just sitting on there with double-sided tape. The motor perfectly sits in there, connects to the housing and everything, fits perfectly. And like I said, you need an external BEC. This is the BEC I'm running right there. It's a UBEC 8 amp, and I have the receiver in there. So I know that I think it's Etsy that they do have a plate that goes up on here so you can put your ESC and everything in there. I'm looking into that. More than likely probably going to wind up getting it so that way I can put the ESC on here. The other thing is the battery on here. The battery does not sit on here very well, as you guys can see. It sits up like that. So one of the things that I got is some of this soft stuff that I got. It's like styrofoam, but it's not really styrofoam. So that way the battery can sit up there and sits up here nicely, be nice strapped in. And this guy is good to rock and roll. I want to give this guy a blip. I really want to give this guy a blip and see how she does. So let's just put the battery in this way. And ooh, all right, blue light. Woo-hoo. She's running. Holy moly. Guys, the tires are ballooning on this thing. Nothing caught on fire, which is good. But check this out. Look at these tires. Wow. I'm tired. I'm scared of giving it full throttle right now. Oh. Alright, let's take this guy outside. Let's take this guy outside, give it a speed run, and see how fast this thing will go. Let's go! Alright guys, so she's out here getting ready to get its first run in. Alright, she's fully connected. Make sure that it's alright. I did not mess with anything on the ESC from the with the thing. I didn't mess with anything with the Wi-Fi link. Mess with absolutely nothing because again, I am really excited. The GPS is on there. So let's turn that guy on. Waiting for some satellites. Let's see how, whoa. Crap. The drag brake is really tight on this thing. Let's get the steering situated. Right. Woohoo! Okay. Let's. ABS is off. All right. Let's see if we got some GPS. Yes, we got 7. All right. So we're going to track, start. All right, let's see how fast this thing goes.
Uh-oh. I lost it. Uh-oh. Something happened. She's not tracking straight. All right. I might have to mess with something here. All right, let's see what this thing can do here. There we go. Now she's running straight. Okay, this thing did not want to stop. Dang it. Crap. Oh, wow. Wow, you guys. That was bad. That was bad. All right, you guys. Well, it happened. That happened. Yeah, so I couldn't stop, and I ended up hitting my neighbor's tire. We did end up going 45 miles an hour. We went 45 miles an hour on this guy, as y'all can see. It just wouldn't stop, and ended up hitting his tire, and then this happened. The battery is a little smushed. Brand new 6S, first time using it. It is a little smushed. Everything came apart on here. And yeah, this guy is now destroyed. This guy is now destroyed. So that's not supposed to be like that. That is not supposed to look like that, you guys. Yeah, so I mean, it's not the ESC's fault. It could have been the transmitter, because I ended up losing some reception when I was down there, about where that car is now. So I ended up losing reception down there, and yeah, so it could be that I just lost it. Might have to get another radio to run. Might have to get another radio to be able to run this system here. But all in all, I wasn't able to get a top speed run on it. But that ESC, you guys, listen, I have no complaints about it. I mean, other than I was having a hard time trying to get all the wiring, and it hit so hard. It hit so hard that my wire disconnected from there. So that probably wasn't good. That soldering job probably wasn't good anyway. But heat wise, for that little run, it is pretty warm. Wow, look at the damage I did on the motor. I even cracked that. Wow, I even cracked that on the motor. Dude, guys, this is the worst damage I've ever done on any RC. The worst, by far. By far the worst that I have ever done. But hey, stuff like that happens. It just happens, you guys. So, listen, go pick yourselves up one of these ESCs from Sequre RC. It does, again, like it shows right there, it does take up the 14S. How does this puny thing take up the 14S? I don't know, but it does. So, go pick yourselves up one of these ESCs and go have some fun, like I just did. I will get this guy fixed up, and we're going to bring it back out for another video in an open area to see how it's going to run and how fast I can get this to go. So, guys, if you haven't yet, do me a favor. hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell, hype up this video, and help a guy out so I can get this guy fixed. You all have a good one. Keep RCing.